artillery.
Yeah.
And she got a lot of guff from the guys, but she did very well because she owned the cannon. She said, if you won't let me play, I'll just take my cannon and go home.
That's called bring your own cannon, right? I never heard of that. I've heard of bring your own beer.
Well,
but I never heard of bringing your own cannon.
Cannons are very sought after by reenactors, and they're very expensive and very difficult to maintain and haul from place to place. I met her in Illinois, and she was charming. She was really great. And they will wear a uniform like this.
Yeah.
I haven't finished getting dressed yet, but it's it's 100% wool. It's very warm. And then over it, they will wear a wool skirt to match the uniform. So they will wear the uniform, which this is wool. I'm sweating. And then over this.
And wool, shoo, yeah.
And then a wool skirt over it. So they really had, stop that.
Well, he just wants a snack. He said, you're busy talking here, and says, I want to eat.
He wants trouble because he's got plenty of grass right now. And if you want some of this, I'll give you some, but I'm telling you, the grass is fine.
Well, now you're BOH, right? Bring your own horse?
Yes.
You're usually at Huntersville. I've never seen you here before.
Well, this is the first time they've had this. Well, they invited us one year and they never followed up. And if you don't follow up, like, don't tell us in September you want us next June. You have to call us at least once, and and it wasn't very safe over there because it was at the school. And we really do have.
I love it here.
A safe venue.
Pass the word. I love it here.
Well,
it gives me lots of room to film.
Ruth and Ruth Taylor.
Oh, I will. The word will go out.
Sue.
What's this horse's name?
Neither one of these are horses.
Okay.
These are mules.
Yeah.
This is Elmer. He's new.
Well, I thought Elmer was a horse, but now that I see
Elmer is a rescue. He was rescued by Amy.
What's this one's name?
And that's Fester.
Fester. Now that Fester, I see Fester a little bit there. Better. I can tell that he's not a horse.
Yeah, his ears are 10.5 inches long. Fester's been my boy for probably 15 years now. And this guy's new. We lost a horse this winter and we replaced him with a mule.
Huh.
So,
I was the editor for a small newspaper in Kentucky, and I captioned a picture I took of a horse when it was a mule and was hard to live down. I guess I'm glad I'm not living in Kentucky anymore.
Yes, they will.
Well, why mules?
Why would a person get a mule instead of a horse?
For army purposes, war purposes.
Well, a mule will not go into battle, so you didn't ride them into battle because they're too smart.
Oh, I'd never heard of that.
And they'll get from here to there and they'll say, there's bad stuff going on down there, I'm going that way.
Yes, they're smart. Yeah, that's smart.
So, so you don't do that with them. However, for, miles per gallon, like the amount of hay you put in, how much work you get out, they're much more economical.
Oh, so you can get more miles per bale.
Yeah, that's the way.
Of course, they didn't have bales back then, but so these are highly efficient. What would we call these? These are the original Prius hybrid.
And they're hybrids, and often, like these guys don't wear shoes. Now,
I didn't know that.
And if you were gonna, if I had them on really rocky ground, I'd give them shoes on their front at least. They have more endurance. If you went to New Orleans and looked at the carriage,
a mule is known for endurance.
If you went to New Orleans and you drove all by city ordinance, all the carriages are pulled by mules, because a mule will not overheat himself. If he's overheated,
he'll stop.
He'll stop.
So but that's been equated with stubbornness.
And
there's a sermon in there about stubbornness and how it can be an advantage.
Yeah, he'll tell you when he's overheated. He'll stop, and if you thump on him, he'll lay down until he feels better, and then he'll get up.
Oh, well, that enhances my respect for the mule, because I'm one of those people that thought they were...
For years, we rode trails, and I would ride that guy, and I had a mule before him.
Yeah.
And he would ride a horse, and I would tell him, I would say to Eric, you better stop now as we were climbing a mountain. Your horse is probably winded, because my mule would would rest. And he'd be way ahead of me. I'd say, Eric, you probably want to stop. And he'd say, oh. And he'd stop and he'd check his horse, and his horse is going like this. He says, yeah, my horse is really tired. I said, yeah, he is. And so this one would tell us.
So where did you pick up all this knowledge of animals, of mules? Yeah, you're a doctor. You've got a doctor's degree, right?
Right. I'm a psychologist.
You're a wait a minute. Now that's very significant to me. You're a psychologist who enjoys working with mules.
Well, yeah, it's sort of like dealing with a teenager.
Okay. Hey, we're going to have a lesson about from a professional.
So anyway, I started riding when I was 35. I was badly disabled then and couldn't walk or hike in the woods, and I still I still wanted to go to the be out in nature, and so I went from crutches to a horse. And I learned how to ride then. I've never been a strong rider because I don't have the legs, and I started late in life. And from there, I just learned everything. You can learn anything. So yes, I learned it. And the mules themselves, if you pay attention to a mule or a horse or a cat or a dog or a parrot, I suppose.
Well, does a horse or a mule have a capacity for affection? I mean, that's sort of a silly question, but I'm just wondering if you know something about that I don't know.
This is Fester. This has been... Watch that. This has been my guy for a long...
Fester.
Yeah, this is my dog. Now, is this affection?
Now, is there something that you as a psychologist can figure out when you look at this horse or deal with this horse that would indicate that he's affectionate toward you?
Yeah, because if I go towards him and he comes towards me,
yeah,
either he wants something I got, which might be a carrot, or maybe he just wants this.
Oh.
Which is nice.
We had to put our cat to sleep yesterday, and it really broke our hearts because we are animal people. We loved animals.
We had to put a horse down that we had just as long as this one this winter, and it just broke our hearts.
Yeah.
And it was your buddy too. It was his buddy for just as many years as ours, right? Huh? So is this
now a mule can't breed, right?
No, they're sterile. They have an uneven number of chromosomes.
I never understood that much about
it's a hybrid.
Well, being a hybrid, but so how do you get a mule?
Its mother is a horse, and its father is a donkey.
Okay.
Do you really want hay? Okay, I'll open it for you.
All right.
If you're communicating with me and tell me
this one's already wanting it, but I think this is a very assertive mule. He decided that you were going to talk to me, that he was going to go ahead and get his munching.
Well, all right, so we're going to open this up.
And if we're not careful, we're going to end up with a fairness issue here, a little equity problem.
So we're going to pull this over on top of the hole that I'm covering up, so nobody steps in it like me.
Right.
And then we're going to open the hay. And then we're going to put it out. All right? If you really want hay instead of this grass, you can have it.
Just ask.
He did.
Just ask. Now you said this is Fester?
Yeah.
There you go, Fester.
I'm coming. Here you go.
I'm going to give you your own personal palate.
Here, let's get you over here a little bit.
There you go. Now, do you raise your own hay?
No, we have fields. We have, in fact, too much field, but we buy from a farmer near us.
Oh, okay.
It would cost so much to get a hay
you
cutter,
can't do a farm
baler,
just for that.
No, I buy.
Well, now, your buddy's over here. He's with you regularly, right?
Buddy.
Is this your husband? Or?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, that's pretty nice. You all have made this sort of a family event, haven't you?
Yeah, we've been doing it together for years and years.
It's a wonderful thing.
And we did it in New York, and we also did 1898. We did Spanish-American War, which was big on Long Island since that was the home of Theodore Roosevelt.
Oh.
So we've done parades and events in New York City, all over Long Island, and off the island. And our good friends right now are at Gettysburg this weekend with 300 cavalry. So we're not there. But,
well, I was at the museum the other day and I saw that giant circuit picture that has that encampment at Gettysburg. And of course, by doing all the history stuff I do, I run across many accounts. We had a Confederate veterans
His is not better.
Now, is Fester afraid of?
No, they
Yeah.
work out a system.
Oh, they got.
It's a hierarchy like human beings.
Okay. Now,
He
well,
wanted to check out, see if his was better,
okay. Well, that's a reasonable thing.
like children.
I think we all do that. At least we did it when we were kids.
You know, how come he got more than I did?
Yeah. Everything I needed to know about life I learned in kindergarten. My wife is a retired kindergarten teacher, and it's so true.